Reincarnation. Is reincarnation a reality or a myth? When I left off in part 1, I was sitting at breakfast with Lilian, whom I met at an inn by the river Avon in the town of Dumfries. I went to Scotland to visit my ancestral home, Caerlaverock Castle. My first day at the inn, I met Lilian. She said she knew me and why I had come to Scotland. We had never met, so this remark fascinated me. Why would anyone say such things? We had breakfast together, at which time she explained she knew my ancestors were from the region. She knew my family from ages ago, actually over 1,500 years ago. It was her opinion I had come to Scotland to meet her as our souls were connected. Lilian had said, I need to eat my meal, as I would need strength for the rest of what I thought. That is where part 1 left off. I recommend you go to part 1, Is Reincarnation Real? Lilian, you said I need my strength for the rest. What is the rest?
The rest of the story, Max. Did you think that was all? It never is. Life goes on and on. Like a river, it just keeps rolling along. Finish your meal, order us some snacks to go. You will understand once there.
The inn prepared us a lunch with a bottle of wine and off we went. Lilian knew the directions. I had no idea where we were headed, but it was exciting to me. We had driven about 10 kilometers when I saw the sign, Castle Ard. Then I knew where Lilian was taking me, to my ancestral home, Caerlaverock Castle. It is one of the few, if not only, triangular castles in Britain, built specifically to defend against English invaders. Situated on the southern coast of Scotland, 11 kilometers south of Dumfries, on the edge of the Caerlaverock National Nature Reserve. Built by the Maxwell family in the 13th century, it was famously besieged by King Edward I in 1300, and later dismantled and rebuilt during the Wars of Scottish Independence. Within the ruins lies the 17th century Nithsdale Lodging, a Renaissance-style, ornate living quarter, added by Robert Maxwell, 1st Earl of Nithsdale, which contrasts with the earlier, harsher castle structure. This area of the castle is restricted, however. When Lilian proclaimed I was a Maxwell related to the Earl, we were given free access to the entire castle. Lilian, you seem to know your way around the ruins and the portion still intact. Have you been here before? I asked.
Yes, this is where we first met, however that was centuries ago. I am not certain of the date, but it was before the final battle for our freedom. That battle occurred near here in, I believe, the year 1314. We Scots defeated King Edward II and forever won our independence. You, well, not this you, and I were both present during the planning of the battle. All the lords of the clans were present. It was a grand time.
Lilian, how do you know these things? Can you be certain?
Yes, I'm certain. My visions of this time continued and became more frightening. I could see people, not people from the present, but from ancient times. I could hear them speak, not to me, but I heard them. I was so confused. I knew what I was seeing was real, but how and why I did not understand. So I sought help. I was directed to visit an old woman who lives in the hills, way back in the hills. She lived in an old stone house located in a small valley with a creek flowing nearby. When she saw me, she never asked why I was there. She just said, "Come inside, Lil. I have tea on the kettle." We sat by the fire drinking tea. When she asked me, "How long have you been seeing those things?" "About 2 years, but lately they have become more intense."
Your mind switched to a different frequency. That is not uncommon, but most dismiss it as a bad dream and go on. You did not. You kept letting them in. You are a very curious girl. Have you connected with someone from the past? I can see you have an old soul. It could be from the distant past, but most likely in the same region. Most souls tend to hang around if they are happy here.
Yes, I did. I saw someone I recognized from the period of the Troubles. It was a man from the clan Maxwell. We met at Caerlaverock.
Did you speak? The old woman asked.
We spoke. I cannot recall what was said, but I feel we are to meet again.
Your souls must have connected when you spoke. This is good. It is good to connect with other souls. I suggest you return to Caerlaverock. If you are connected as I think, he will come.
I spent 2 days with the old woman. She explained many things. The most important was that the death of our body was not the end. For many, it is the beginning of the journey of life. Life is a trial all must go through. Few people on the first try go up. Most must run the race again. They continue until they cannot do it again. Those that don't pass after that are sent away. I find that very comforting. Life is not all in vain, but has a purpose. I believe that was my purpose to tell you. Yours? I would love to see America. Will you take me for a visit? I did, so I can tell you. Amen.